You can see the screen right now. Hello. So today we are going to discuss about another topic which is called the bipolar junction transistors. You might have learned about the basics in your first year about the transistors. Which are the different types of transistors that you know? I'm asking about the bipolar junction transistors or BJT, called as BJT. That is bipolar junction transistors. Yes. Which are the different types that you know? Bipolar junction transistors and other types in Korea. Which are the types of BJTs that you know? പറഞ്ഞോ. ആർക്കും അറിയില്ല, നിങ്ങൾ പഠിച്ചിട്ടുള്ളതല്ലേ ഫസ്റ്റ് ഇയറിൽ? Basic types of transistors. Yes, NPN transistor is there. Then you have the PNP transistors, and these are all both these are bipolar junction transistors. Why these transistors are called bipolar? Because here the current is actually due to both the charge carriers, both electrons and holes. We cannot just say that holes are the only current carriers or electrons are the only carriers. In case of BJTs or bipolar junction transistors, the current that we have in those components is due to both electrons and holes. That's why we call it as bipolar junction transistors. Okay, so these are the two types of BJTs that we have, and we need to study the structure of a transistor, which are the different terminals of a transistor. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കുറച്ച് കാര്യങ്ങൾ respond ചെയ്യാം because you have already learned about this in your previous semester. Which are the different terminals of a transistor? Yes, correct. Which are the different terminals? Respond to you. Yes, base, emitter, and collector. These are the different terminals of a transistor. We have three different terminals. So I will just draw the diagram for that, or circuit symbol you can say. This is a circuit symbol of a transistor, bipolar junction transistor. And you have base over here, emitter over here, and collector over here. Or else we can opposite collector, emitter base, collector. So if we draw the arrow outside, you'll be having a NPN transistor. You draw like this, you will be having an NPN transistor. And if you put the arrow of the emitter into the symbol, then we'll be having a PNP transistor. Again, we'll be having three terminals for the PNP transistor also: collector, emitter, and base. So in the case of PNP transistor, the arrow will be into the device or component symbol. Here you'll be having the collector, here you'll be having the emitter, and here you'll be having the base. These are the three different terminals of a transistor. And arrow, this arrow mark in fact indicates the current, that is the direction of current. The emitter current is into the terminal in case of PNP transistor, and it is away from the terminal in case of NPN transistor. So next question is, how do we structurally represent this PNP and NPN transistors? regarding the size of the different regions. As you mentioned, we have three different regions. One is the emitter region, base region, and the collector region. Now we will see the structure of the bipolar junction transistors. Specifically, we'll be seeing the PNP transistor structure. So let's see that. നമ്മൾ ഇവിടെ explanations എല്ലാം completely on the basis of the PNP transistor. We'll be using a PNP transistor for the structure explanation. P, N, P. So in case of transistor, we are having two PN junctions. This is first junction, this PN junction. That is, if you mark the terminal E, B, and C, emitter, base, and collector, we'll be having two junctions. One is this junction, and the other is this one. So these junctions we will denote or term it as the emitter base junction, and the second one as the collector base junction. So this one we will call it as the emitter base junction, and this junction we will call it as the collector base junction. So you are having two junctions within a PNP transistor or within a bipolar junction transistor, and since you are having two junctions, we can bias these two junctions also. P junctions we can provide the bias. Bias means to provide supply to these terminals. So you have three terminals also. You have the emitter, you have the base, and you have the collector terminal. So if we provide biasing to this junction, to the first junction, we are going to provide the bias. And this is how I am biasing now. And in the second junction also, I am going to give the bias. And it's like this. Okay. So this is how I am biasing these junctions now. And by observing this, you can identify which is the type of biasing that I have given in the emitter base junction. So two junctions are there. This is first junction, that is emitter base junction, and the second one is collector base junction. Okay, and now you tell me which are the different, which is the biasing scheme that I have used in emitter base junction, and you have the collector base junction. Tell me which is the biasing that I have used in emitter base junction, whether it is forward biased or reverse biased. The emitter base junction is, yes, this is forward biased. If you look at this figure, this just acts like a PN junction diode. Right? A transistor is nothing but two PN junction transistors kept inverted at keep in the PN junction transistors in the structure. You have a PN junction over here, you have a PN junction over here, or you can say NP junction. So the first junction, that is the emitter base junction, from the figure it is clear that the emitter base junction is forward biased, right? When you observe, you got the idea that the emitter base junction is forward biased. And what about collector base junction? What about the biasing of collector base junction? How is it biased? Yes, it is reverse biased. Collector base junction. How can you say that it's reverse biased? Because the negative terminal is connected to P. Here in this case, the positive terminal is connected to P. If P to P connection, it is forward biased. P to N connection, that is P terminal, or the P type is connected to negative terminal, it is reverse biased. We can say the collector base junction here is reverse biased. I'm saying about this figure particularly. Here figure is so when we configure or when we bias the two junctions in the transistor in this way, in this manner, that is, we are biasing the emitter base junction in the forward biased and collector base junction in the reverse biased manner, we'll be getting a particular mode of operation. That is, we'll be getting a particular mode of operation. Mode of operation. What is that mode called? What is that mode called? Can anyone tell? If we bias the emitter base and collector base in this manner, which mode will we get? What is the mode of operation of transistor? Can anyone tell the mode of operation? We call it as active mode of operation. We call it as active mode of operation of transistor. Active mode. Okay, that is when the emitter base junction is forward biased and the collector base junction is reverse biased. The transistor will be operating in the active mode. So similarly, how many combinations can we have? എത്ര combinations ഇങ്ങനെ possible ആണ്? First emitter base junction forward biased ആയി, reverse bias, collector base junction reverse biased ആയി. ഇനി നമുക്ക് ഏതൊക്കെ combinations, എത്ര combinations possible ആണ്? How many combinations are possible with these two junctions? How many biasing combinations are possible with these two junctions? Yes, 4 combinations are possible. So next combination, I am going to take it as, yes, 4 combinations are possible. So here I am going to take another combination, that is both the regions forward biased, emitter base junction and the collector base junction both are forward biased. So this will provide us with another mode of operation. This is the first mode of operation. And the second mode of operation, that is when both these junctions, both the emitter base as well as collector base junctions are forward biased, what we get is the saturation mode of operation. We will get the, yes, saturation mode of operation. You will be knowing how to redraw this one. Random forward bias, you know how to draw this one. So we can make a change over here in order to make it as a forward bias region. Emitter base junction already forward biased. Collector base junction forward, you can connect positive over here. So now it is also forward biased. P2 positive. So third, I'm taking another combination, that is I'll be making both the junctions reverse biased. I'm making both the junctions reverse biased. And which will be the mode of operation? Which will be the mode of, yes, it will be cut-off mode of operation. Cut-off mode. And finally, you have a mode which is not quite often used, where you have both, we have the reverse manner, right? For emitter base junction will be reverse biased and the collector base junction will be forward biased. That is just the reverse of this active mode. Active mode is just a reverse. That last mode, that is just called the inverse mode of operation. That is not commonly used. Okay. So in this manner, we'll be having 4 different modes of operation as far as a BJT or bipolar junction transistor is concerned. Is that clear? Inka 4 figures varaikkan parayana. So when you are asked about the modes of operation, you have 4 modes of operation. Clear? Is that clear? Okay. So that's all about modes of operation. Now, and in particular, I need to say one more thing. That is, if you are asked about the applications, you will be knowing, some of you at least might be knowing about the applications of transistors. Can anyone tell which are the applications of a transistor? Basic applications. So the basic applications of a transistor. Come on, tell me. What are the applications of a transistor? Where do we use these transistors? Yes, transistor can be used as a switch. Switch means, switch എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്? Switch means, can you be a little more specific? Yes, it can be used as an amplifier. Transistor as an amplifier and transistor as a switch. These are the two different phrases that we often hear when we are asked about the applications of transistors. Where is this switching applicable? What is this switching? Switching എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ എന്താ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്? Where is that applicable? അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ട്രാൻസിസ്റ്റർ ഒരു സ്വിച്ച് ആയിട്ട് ആക്ട് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് എന്താണ് നമുക്ക്, എവിടെയാണ് നമ്മളത് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുക? Electrical power. Okay, അത് ആംപ്ലിഫിക്കേഷന്റെ കേസിൽ okay, fine. In order to amplify a particular signal, you can use a transistor. That is possible. But I'm asking specifically about the switching operation. Transistor as a switch എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമുക്ക് എവിടെയാണ് ആപ്ലിക്കബിൾ? നിങ്ങളിപ്പം യു ആർ ലേണിംഗ് ഡിജിറ്റൽ ലോജിക് അല്ല, ഡിജിറ്റൽ സിസ്റ്റംസ് നിങ്ങൾ പഠിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. You are learning about the logic circuit design, and the two major things that you deal with your logic circuit design often are ones and zeros, right? ഇതെല്ലാം നിങ്ങൾ ഡിജിറ്റൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എൽ സി ഡിയിൽ നിങ്ങൾ പഠിക്കുന്ന 2 ടേംസ് 1ഉം 0ഉം ആണ് അല്ലേ? So we need to create this one. It's not like we are giving the numerical, നമ്മൾ കാൽക്കുലേറ്ററിലുള്ള 1 ടൈപ്പ് ചെയ്ത് കൊടുക്കുകയല്ല നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. This is actually a representation, logical representation of on state. Okay, logical representation of on state is actually 1. And off state is actually logically represented as 0. So we need to bring these two ഓപ്പറേഷൻസ് അല്ലെ, നമുക്കൊരു ഓൺ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ഓഫ് സ്റ്റേറ്റ് കൊണ്ടുവരണം. യൂഷ്വലി നമ്മൾ ഓൺ ഓഫ് സ്റ്റേറ്റ്സ് കൊണ്ടുവരുമ്പോഴാണ് നമ്മൾ അതിനെ ഒരു സ്വിച്ചിങ് ഓപ്പറേഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. So in order to bring this possible, in order to make this possible, in order to provide a ones and zeros in case of logic devices, I mean in case of all the digital devices, including the phone that you are using currently, to be having millions of transistors. Okay, because you need operations. നമുക്ക് എപ്പോഴും calculations നടക്കണമെങ്കിൽ we need to perform operations with these ones and zeros in case of digital circuits. So since the most of the circuits that we are currently using are digital circuits, it works on the ones and zeros. So for that, in order to create ones and zeros, we need the help of transistor. Since we have already mentioned, transistor ഒരു major application എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് switching operation ആണ്. അത് ഏതൊക്കെ മോഡ്സിലാണ് ട്രാൻസിസ്റ്റർ സ്വിച്ച് ആയിട്ട് ആക്ട് ചെയ്യുക? Will be in this saturation and cutoff mode. In these two modes, transistor can act as, or in other words, you can say that it can be used. A transistor can be used as a switch when it is being made to work in the saturation and cutoff mode. Saturation mode, you will be getting the on and then off. So in this manner, you will be getting the on-off, switching process in a transistor. And the second application, as you mentioned, as Pranav has mentioned, it is amplification process. So transistor usually acts as an amplifier in the active mode of operation. Okay, the active mode of operation, transistor will be acting as an amplifier. Amplifier means what? This, if you are considering this as an input part, input part consider, if you are giving a signal over here which is of this much amplitude, and if you are considering this as the output, you need to get a much bigger signal, bigger in the sense in terms of magnitude, which is much higher than that of the input. Then we can say that it is an amplifier. അല്ലെ, ഒരു ചെറിയ സിഗ്നൽ നമ്മളിവിടെ കൊടുക്കുന്നു, ഔട്ട്പുട്ടിൽ നമ്മൾ കിട്ടുന്നത് കുറച്ചുകൂടി മാഗ്നിറ്റ്യൂഡ് ഉള്ള ഒരു സിഗ്നൽ ആണെങ്കിൽ we call that process as amplification process. So that is also an application of transistor. How that all these things are possible, you will be learning later. So these are the major applications. ഈ amplification നമുക്ക് എപ്പോഴാണ് ആവശ്യം? See, even my voice is also been amplified. അല്ല, നമ്മൾ ഈ സംസാരിക്കുന്നത് പോലും you need amplifier to amplify that. So you have not just sound signal, all the signals can be amplified. നമ്മൾ ഈ പറയുന്ന, നമ്മളെപ്പോഴും amplification എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ you need not directly relate that to the sound. സൗണ്ടുമായിട്ട് മാത്രമല്ല ഇത് റിലേറ്റ് ആയത്. All type of signals can be amplified with the help of transistor when it is made to work in the active mode of operation. So that's all about the two major applications of transistors. Now we need to learn the how the structure changes. We will learn that. So specifically, you are observing this figure. We are usually explaining all the things with respect to this PNP transistor. So you know about the different carriers in all these regions. This region is an emitter. In terms of size, if you are speaking about size, you clearly get the idea that the base is very thin in size, and the collector is the largest, largest sized region. ഏറ്റവും വലിയ size എന്ന് പറയുന്ന collector ആണ്, since it has to dissipate much power. And the emitter region speciality എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, it will be heavily doped, since the emitter is the part, emitter is the region which has to emit carriers. Carriers in emit under the emitter എന്ന് പറയുന്ന region ആയതുകൊണ്ട് this region, that is this p type, will be heavily doped. That is, we will be having more carriers in this region, and this region will be lightly doped. This this region will be lightly doped, and it is thin in size also. Which region? Base region. And collector region will be moderately doped, and it will be having largest size, since it has to dissipate. The collector ion, it has to dissipate more energy, so it will be having a much larger size when compared to the other two regions. So next thing is with respect to the current. Since we have already biased these two regions, you clearly understand that there will be flow of current between these regions, different regions. So how that current flows, that is a question, right? So if you come to this particular region, that is the emitter region, which are the majority carriers in the emitter region, either electrons or holes. With respect to this example, in PNP transistor, in emitter you are having electrons or holes as majority carriers. I repeat, majority carriers. which is the majority carrier in case of emitter in this example. Yes, holes are the majority carriers in this case, right? But holes are the majority. You have a positive terminal over here, right? ഈ പോസിറ്റീവ് ടെർമിനൽ ഹോൾസിന് എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? സിൻസ് ബോത്ത് ആർ പോസിറ്റീവ്, ദിസ് ഹോൾസ് വിൽ ബി റിപ്പൽഡ് ടുവേർഡ്സ് ദിസ് സൈഡ്. ഈ സൈഡിലേക്ക് റിപ്പൽഡ് ആവും. സോ യു ക്ലിയർലി ഗെറ്റ് എ പിക്ചർ ദാറ്റ് the holes will be repelled by this positive terminal towards this side, so that the holes will be moving in this direction and the current due to that will be in the same direction. Holes എങ്ങോട്ടാണോ മൂവ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് അതേ ഡയറക്ഷനിൽ തന്നെ ആയിരിക്കും ഹോൾ കാരണമുള്ള കറണ്ട്. holes മൂവ്മെന്റിന്റെ സെയിം ഡയറക്ഷൻ തന്നെ ആയിരിക്കും holes കാരണമുള്ള കറണ്ട്. Okay, if electrons are moving in this direction, the current due to electrons will be in the opposite direction. Okay, current due to electrons will be in the opposite direction to that of its motion, and whereas the case of current due to holes will be in the same direction as that of the movement of holes. So since we are considering PNP, you will be having holes over here. Holes will be moving this direction, and the current due to that will be in this direction itself. That is, the emitter current will be in this direction itself. I am going to mark that. You got the idea that the emitter current is this direction, IE. Okay, and I will be representing that in figures. I'll complete the figure and then I will explain. Okay, you have the holes going from the emitter through the base to the collector. Emitter in the base looda collector like the holes are namukku ullathu. So these holes will be moving since it is forward bias. The holes will be moving, and say ippam oru 100 holes aanu move cheyyunnengil adil oru korchu ivide recombine cheyum, since we are having electrons over here. Since base region is lightly doped also, from base region say we are having 6 electrons, കാരണം n ആണ്, n type ആകുമ്പോൾ you will be having electrons as a majority carriers. But since this is lightly doped and it is thin in size, you will be having say 6 electrons over here, and ഈ പോകുന്ന 100 electrons ഒരു 6 100 holes ഒരു 6 holes ഇവിടെ recombination നടന്നിട്ട് ബാക്കി it will be moving to the collector. So we need to represent that in terms of current. If we are considering the current due to holes as IPE. Okay, IPE is actually the representation of current at the emitter due to holes. ഏത് ഡയറക്ഷനിലായിരിക്കും? ഇങ്ങോട്ടായിരിക്കും, കാരണം ഹോൾസിന്റെ മൂവ്മെന്റ് റൈറ്റ് സൈഡിലേക്കാണ്. So the direction of current due to holes also will be in the same direction. This I am writing that here, IPE, that you can say it as the emitter current due to holes. Emitter current due to holes injected from emitter to base. Injected from emitter to base. That is what IPE stands for. Then in a similar manner, you know that you will be having some minority carriers also. Like P side, you will be having some minority carriers also. I am going to represent that minority carriers. So electrons are the minority carriers over here. And what will be the direction of motion of electrons? If I am connecting positive terminal here, minority carriers ആയിട്ടുള്ള electrons, P side minority carriers ആയിട്ടുള്ള electrons എങ്ങോട്ടേക്ക് move ചെയ്യുക? Towards left or right? If this is a biasing scheme, ഞാൻ കൊടുക്കുന്ന biasing scheme ഇങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ the electrons will be moving in which direction? Left or right? So I am connecting the positive terminal over here. The electrons which are the minority carriers over here, they will be moving in which direction? Left or right? That's the question. Sorry? Response ഇല്ലേ? ഇവിടെ holes ഈ positive terminal it will repel and holes will be moving in the right direction, and ആ direction തന്നെ ആയിരിക്കും current. I have some minority carriers. P side minority carriers എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് electrons ആണ്. ഇവിടെ majority carriers holes, minority carriers electrons ആണ്. ആ electrons എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഈ ബൈസിങ് എഫക്ട് ചെയ്യുക? ഇൻ വിച്ച് ഡയറക്ഷൻ ഡസ് ദ ഇലക്ട്രോൺസ് ഫ്ലോ? ഓപ്പോസിറ്റ് മീൻസ് റൈറ്റ് ഓർ ലെഫ്റ്റ് എന്നുള്ള രീതി പറഞ്ഞത്, വെദർ ഇറ്റ് വിൽ മൂവ് ഇൻ ദ ലെഫ്റ്റ് ഓർ റൈറ്റ് ഡയറക്ഷൻ. ഇവിടെ ഞാൻ പോസിറ്റീവ് കണക്ട് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഇവിടെ ഉള്ള ഇലക്ട്രോൺസ് എങ്ങോട്ടാണ് മൂവ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്? സിമ്പിൾ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ അല്ലേ ചോദിക്കുന്നത്? എത്ര സമയം വേണോ അത് പറയാൻ? ആണോ? റൈറ്റ് ഈസ് റോങ്, ലെഫ്റ്റ് ഈസ് റൈറ്റ്. ഓക്കെ, ബിക്കോസ് നമുക്ക് ഓക്കെ ലെഫ്റ്റ്. നമുക്ക് ഇവിടെ ഇലക്ട്രോൺസ് അല്ലേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഇലക്ട്രോൺസ് വിൽ ബി ഒബ്വിയസ്ലി അട്രാക്റ്റഡ് ബൈ ദിസ് ടെർമിനൽ, റൈറ്റ്? പോസിറ്റീവ് ടെർമിനൽ അട്രാക്ട് ചെയ്യുക. സോ ദ ഇലക്ട്രോൺസ് ഓവർ ഹിയർ വിൽ ബി മൂവിംഗ് ഇൻ ദിസ് ഡയറക്ഷൻ. അത് കാരണമുള്ള കറണ്ട് ഏത് ഡയറക്ഷനിലായിരിക്കും? ഇലക്ട്രോൺസ് ഇങ്ങോട്ടാണ് മൂവ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഇലക്ട്രോൺസ് ആർ മൂവിംഗ് ഇൻ ദിസ് ഡയറക്ഷൻ സിൻസ് വി ഹാവ് പോസിറ്റീവ് ടെർമിനൽ ഓവർ ഹിയർ. ദ കറണ്ട് ഡ്യൂ ടു that flow of electrons will be in which direction? Electron flow left directionലാണ്. അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ current due to that electron flow will be in the right direction. So how will we represent that current? എങ്ങനെയായിരിക്കും ആ കറണ്ടിനെ നിങ്ങൾ റെപ്രസെന്റ് ചെയ്യുക? എമിറ്റർ സൈഡിലുള്ള ഇലക്ട്രോൺസ് കാരണമുള്ള കറണ്ടിനെ how will you denote that? That's my question. എന്റെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ അതാണ്. ഇപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾ ഐ പി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എമിറ്റർ കറണ്ട് ഡ്യൂ ടു ഹോൾസ് ഇൻജക്റ്റഡ് ഫ്രം എമിറ്റർ ടു ബേസ്. ഇനിയും due to the presence of electrons, what is the emitter current? How? Yes, INE will be the representation. That's it. INE, that is the second representation, which will be E എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഏത് ടെർമിനലിലെ കറണ്ട് ആണ് ഇൻഡിക്കേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നു. ആൻഡ് ഇൻ ബിറ്റ്വീൻ ഉള്ള ലെറ്റർ that will give you an idea about the carriers, ഏത് carrier ആണെന്നുള്ളത്. So this will be emitter current due to electrons either injected from the base, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ due to the presence of minority carriers in this region. That is, ഇവിടെയുള്ള ഈ നെഗറ്റീവ് ടെർമിനൽ, ഈ എൻ ടൈപ്പിൽ നമുക്കുള്ളത് ഇലക്ട്രോൺസ് ആണ്. എയ്തർ ദിസ് നെഗറ്റീവ് ടെർമിനൽ ക്യാൻ oppose or it can repel the electrons towards this side. അല്ലെ, ഇവിടെയുള്ള ഈ നെഗറ്റീവ് ടെർമിനൽ ഇവിടെയുള്ള ഇലക്ട്രോൺസ് are the majority carriers in this region. They will be repelled towards this direction, or you can say it will be attracted towards the positive terminal. So electron movement will be in the left direction, and the current due to that, which is represented as INE, will be in this direction. Okay, that current is represented as INE. That can be either due to the electrons coming from base to emitter. കാരണം ഇവിടെ നെഗറ്റീവ് ആണ് നമ്മൾ കണക്ട് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. We are having electrons over here. This negative terminal will repel the electrons to this side. അല്ല, അങ്ങനെയല്ല. നമ്മൾ സാധാരണ പി എൻ ജംഗ്ഷൻ കണക്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ എങ്ങനെയാണ്? We are connecting പി എൻ ജംഗ്ഷൻ like this. This is forward bias, right? ഇത് തന്നെയാണ് ഈ വരച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. പി എൻ ജംഗ്ഷൻ, it's forward bias. So the holes over here will be moving in this direction, and electrons will be moving in this direction. So that itself is happening over here. But ഈ എമിറ്ററിന്റെ കറണ്ട് വെച്ച് നോക്കുമ്പോൾ the current due to both these holes and electrons are in the same direction, അല്ലെ? ആ രണ്ട് കറണ്ട്സും സെയിം ഡയറക്ഷനിലാണ്, even though these carriers are moving in opposite directions. Holes അങ്ങോട്ടും electrons ഇങ്ങോട്ടുമാണ് മൂവ് ചെയ്യുന്നെങ്കിലും the current due to these charge particles are in the same direction. Okay. And I mentioned that the holes which are moving will get slightly recombined at the base. ബേസിൽ കുറച്ച് റീകമ്പിനേഷൻ നടക്കും. ഈ പോകുന്ന ഹോൾസിൽ കുറച്ച് ഹോൾസ് ഇവിടെ റീകമ്പൈൻ ചെയ്യും, and there is a current due to that. So ഈ electrons ഇവിടുന്ന് ഇങ്ങോട്ട് സപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുക. This terminal will be supplying electrons to this region, right? So you know that the electrons are moving in this direction from the terminal to this negative terminal will be supplying electrons, and the current due to that will be in the opposite direction. Electrons അങ്ങോട്ട് സപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ electronsന്റെ ഫ്ലോ കാരണമുള്ള current will be in opposite direction. So you will mark it as, one second. Right, B is the current. Since this terminal is supplying electrons in this direction, the current due to that electrons in the opposite direction, that is represented as IB. റീകോമ്പിനേഷൻ കാരണമുള്ള കറണ്ടിനെ നമ്മൾ റെപ്രസെന്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് IRB, which will be the base current due to recombination in the base region. Base current due to recombination. One second. Recombination in base region. Okay. And finally, ഈ ഹോൾസ് എല്ലാം ഇങ്ങോട്ട് റീച്ച് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. ആ ഹോൾസ് ഇങ്ങോട്ട് തന്നെ ആയിരിക്കും മൂവ് ചെയ്യുക. ദിസ് ഈസ് നെഗറ്റീവ്, റൈറ്റ്? ഫോർവേഡ് ബൈസ്ഡ് ആണ്. അപ്പം ഇവിടെ നെഗറ്റീവ് ആണ്. ദിസ് ഈസ് റിവേഴ്സ് ബൈസ്ഡ്. സോ ദിസ് നെഗറ്റീവ് വിൽ ബി അട്രാക്ടിങ് ദ ഹോൾസ് ടുവേർഡ്സ് ഇൻ ദിസ് ഡയറക്ഷൻ. അപ്പോൾ ഹോൾസ് ഇങ്ങോട്ട് തന്നെയാണ് മൂവ് ചെയ്യുക. ആ ഹോൾസ് കാരണമുള്ള കറണ്ട് ദാറ്റ് വിൽ ബി അഗെയിൻ ഇൻ ദ ഓപ്പോസിറ്റ് സെയിം ഡയറക്ഷൻ, അല്ലേ? ഈ ഹോൾസ് ഇങ്ങോട്ടാണ് മൂവ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. സോ they will be moving the current also will be in the same direction. So I am marking it as IC. So IE, IB and IC. ഇവിടുത്തെ current due to holes എങ്ങനെ represent ചെയ്യും? How will we represent the current due to holes in this region? How will you represent that? ആണോ? തിരിഞ്ഞില്ലേ ചെറുതായിട്ട്? എവിടത്തെയാണ് കറണ്ട് റെപ്രസെന്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്? ഇവിടുത്തെ ഇത് നോക്കി, ഈ റെപ്രസെന്റേഷൻ നോക്കി. ദിസ് ഇസ് റെപ്രസെന്റ് ആസ് IPE. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദ കറണ്ട് എമിറ്റർ കറണ്ട് ഡ്യൂ ടു IPC. IPC is the correct representation. IPC. So you can note that IPC is the collector current due to holes reaching the collector which are injected from the emitter. IPC എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് it's the collector current due to holes reaching collector എവിടുന്ന്? From emitter. Reaching collector which are injected from emitter, which are injected from emitter. And this is how these are the different current components. ഇത് പലതവണ ചോദിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. Draw the structure of a transistor or draw the structure of a bipolar junction transistor and represent the current components എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് പലതവണ ചോദിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. So one more thing is there, that is you can represent this. This can be represented as we are connecting to emitter and base. So this voltage can be represented as VED. Here this voltage is connected to collector and base. So this can be represented as VCD. Ground this. See, this is B base terminal. This is your emitter terminal, and all the currents are also be marked. So if you are considering this as a node, നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ ഇതൊരു നോഡായിട്ട് കൺസിഡർ ചെയ്യാണ്. You might have learned about the Kirchhoff law and all. If you are considering this as a node, ഈ entire transistor structure you are considering as a node, which are the different currents entering and leaving into this node. IE enter ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്, IB leave ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്, IC leave ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. So how will you write the expression for that? You have IE, IC is leaving from this node. If I am considering this entire structure as a single node, I can represent like this. How will you write the expression for current from this figure? If you are taking the entire transistor as a particular node, how will you represent that? Tell me that. How will you represent the current equation? Considering this as a node, considering the transistor as a node, how will you represent the transistor equation in terms of IE, IC and IB? എന്താണ് Kirchhoff current law ഒക്കെ പറയുന്നത്? പറയൂ. ആണോ? അങ്ങനെയാണോ പറയുക? Kirchhoff current law algebraic sum ആണ്. Algebraic sum means if you are giving sign കൊടുക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ it should be algebraic. You need to give, you should not give the same sign to all the currents. എല്ലാ കറണ്ട്സും നമുക്ക് ഒരേപോലെ കൊടുക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല. ഒന്നുകിൽ current entering the node should be given positive and leaving the node should be given negative, or else you can write it as the sum of currents entering the node is equal to the sum of currents leaving the node. അങ്ങനെയാണല്ലോ എഴുതാം. ഇപ്പം പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്ന ഈ എക്സ്പ്രഷൻ തെറ്റാണ്. Yes, we can write like that. IE is equal to IC plus IB. Okay. The current transistor node consider which is the current entering into that. IE is the only current. This current currents are node transistor node considering IB and IC. We can either current entering the node, that is IE is equal to the sum of currents leaving the node. Sum of currents IB, IC. This is the expression for that. Clear? Okay. But that we will discuss in the next class. You can mark your attendance now. Okay, thank you.